Welcome to Secret London with me, Mark Monroe, and today I'm at Paddington Station, one of London's 7 mainline stations. Now here at Paddington, trains will take you to the southwest of England, all the way down to Cornwall, Penzance. It's just a short hop to Land's End then across the Atlantic to the US of A. Ever since the advent of rail travel in the 1830s, us Brits have been obsessed with travelling by locomotives. We literally love rail travel. The first railway appeared in London in 1836. It was the London to Greenwich Railway. It was pulled by steam locomotives. Since then, there have been a myriad of railways and locomotives that have popped up in London over the past 200 years. And some of those railways that appeared in London all those years ago were most peculiar. Weren't they, Paddington? So today I'm going to do the top 10 of London's strangest railways. Check your tickets, climb on board, and let's do this countdown of curiosity.
So at this week's number 10 we have the Scrubber. Yep, these first made an appearance on the London Underground and were pulled by steam locomotives. And steam locomotive means smoke, and smoke means soot. So all hail the Scrubber, a flatbed truck with a pivoting what looked like a toilet brush. It doesn't matter, it did the job. At number 9, a new entry in the top 10 is the Tower Subway. Take a look at this little beauty. First making an appearance in 1870, this cable-hauled subway ran under the River Thames. However, even though she was the world's first deep-level tube line, she didn't last long, closed down after a year, and then turned into a pedestrian tunnel. Boring. Down 3 places to this week's number 8 is the Vista Carriage. Why travel on the Alpine railways looking through a glass roof, gazing at the spectacular mountain views when you could peer out of a porthole on the Bakerloo line and look at, well, the tunnel rules, I guess. Wasn't around for long though. I'm afraid it was a case of hasta la vista, baby. And holding on to the number 7 position is the Post Office Railway. This postie of the Underground ran between Whitechapel and Paddington, and he could deliver. Working 22 hours a day and fully automatic, he never stopped for a chat with the neighbours. It was go, go, go for this subterranean mailman. Sadly, the Royal Mail sacked him in 2003 when they found out he was moonlighting as a male escort. Get it? Male escort. A non-mover this week at number 6, the Class 4 DD double-decker. Why have one floor when you can have 2? Double-decker trains have been a common sight around the world, but it was London's turn to experience the double-decker delight in 1949, when this new rolling stock ran between Charing Cross and Dartford. Hey, can you keep the noise down up there? Last week's number 5 has climbed 2 places to this week's number 4. Yes folks, it's the Travelling Tavern. These boozers on rails first made an appearance in the 1940s and were all given traditional pub names. Yes folks, you could ride the railway while boozing in the Railway Tavern. Last orders were called in the late 1950s. Time, ladies and gents, please! Another non-mover at number 4, we have the South Acton Shuttle. This little cutie heralded from West London and ran between Acton Town and South Acton in the days when South Acton Station was merely a spur line. There were no sleeper carriages though, as a round trip took just 8 minutes. Straight in at number 3, no one saw this one coming, the far tottering and Oyster Creek Branch Railway. It wasn't the longest train in London, but it definitely had the longest name. The FTOCVR ran in Battersea Park during the 1951 Festival of Britain. 3 engines operated on the line. Nellie, which resembled a tank engine, Neptune looked like a paddle steamer, and the Wild Goose had an airship design. Eat your heart out, chitty chitty bang bang. Last week's number 1 has slipped down a place to number 2. It's the Wembley Never Stop Railway. The aptly named railway trundled along the road and rail at the British Empire exhibition, which was held at Wembley in 1924. And yes, this train literally never stopped. Don't bother ringing that bell. You're going to have to jump off this moving train when she enters the station. She's not stopping for anyone. So that means this week we have a new number 1. Yes folks, last week's number 2 has made it to the top spot. It's the Royal Travelling Lounge, and well worth the top spot in my opinion. This was a very strange train indeed. It operated inside Covent Garden's Coliseum Theatre and was known as the Royal Travelling Lounge or the King's Car. It was electricity powered and ran from Maiden Lane through the main entrance, across the foyer, then into the Royal Box. Now that's what I call Royal Mailbox Delivery.
I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching today's episode of Secret London. If you enjoyed it, leave any comments down below, hit that thumbs up button, and if you really enjoyed it, why not subscribe? Until next time, stay tuned.